Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about how to find the right foundation for you. So usually foundations are, people tend to be a little bit scared of not knowing what they're actually looking for, what their needs are. I've asked people what kind of foundation you're looking for, and usually the answer I get is, I don't know. I've also seen on YouTube girls complaining about how they walked into a makeup store, they wanted a foundation and they said they got interrogated, they got way too many questions. It's not that they're necessarily trying to interrogate you. We do ask a lot of questions, but mainly we're trying to find one to fit your needs. So I'm going to talk about foundations, what the different kinds are, the difference between the light, medium, and full coverage. I'm going to show you a couple of the ones that I already have, and I'm going to mention some of the ones that I've tried that are still really good. Sorry I keep looking down, I have notes so that way I'm not all over the place. That would not be fun for you. I'm trying to help you out, not confuse you more. I mean, it's kind of like shoes. You have tennis shoes, you have stilettos, you have high heels and wedges, and same thing with foundations. They're not all created equal. There's different kinds. So let's go ahead and start. So a light foundation is anything that's sheer, something that you can put on your skin and you can still see your skin through that. It's not a lot of coverage. Usually if you have really good skin, not really a lot of flaws or anything, that's a really good one to do. I really like the Smashbox Liquid Halo, and I will try to list anything, I hope I don't forget anything, down below. But yeah, this is a really nice sheer one. You can still see the skin underneath. It's not too heavy. Another good light one is M.A.C Face and Body. I had a bottle of it, I don't anymore. It's a really good one. Photographs really well, but you can, it's sheer, so you can still see your skin underneath. It's not cakey, not too heavy or anything like that. Another good one is the Benefit Hello Flawless, the Oxygen Wow. I really like that one, plus it's hydrating, so if you have dry skin, that's another plus that it's hydrating. But yeah, anything that's a light or sheer foundation, you're pretty much, if you have great skin, it's the foundation for you. It's sheer, doesn't do a lot of coverage, just evens out the skin tone so that way, you know, no blotchiness or anything like that. So medium coverage, that's usually what I use. In fact, this is what I have on right now. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. Absolutely love this one. Another good one I don't have is the LORAC, the POREfection one. If you have like pores or anything like that, large pores, this is a great one because it has the technology, helps reflect light so it doesn't quite sink in with pores. It's a medium coverage. So medium coverage is pretty much you can put it on, like if you have some blemishes, if you have a zit here and there, a little bit of discoloration, that's going to help even it out. A nice thing about a lot of medium coverages is you can build on them, so you can layer them to make them a full coverage, and that's the same with the light. You can build them up to make them medium. Some are buildable, some are not. The Naked Skin by Urban Decay is a buildable one. Another good one, this is Hope in the Jar by Philosophy. This is the foundation. This is also a hydrating one, which is really good if you have dry skin. It's also buildable, so it's kind of a medium, well, yeah, it's a medium, more of a lighter medium one, but you can build up to it and putting more layers on without getting it too cakey. So you can build it up to a pretty good full coverage. And these guys, I don't usually buy drugstore foundations, but I was in a pinch, so I did. These are the L'Oreal True Match. This one's a medium, they're both medium coverages, but this one's more of a matte finish, and then the Lumi, so yes, this is the True Match, that's the matte finish. And then the Lumi, I love this one. It gives a nice healthy glow. I'll go over the difference between matte and luminous foundations in a little bit. But yeah, they're both medium coverage. They're kind of buildable. They're not really great for building. The ones I really like for building that are medium coverage, this is the Too Faced Amazing Face. This is a medium, but you can build it up to a full, which is why I like this one, because some days, let's be honest, some days you feel like you need more coverage than other days. Another good one is the M.A.C Studio Fix Fluid. Almost got that backwards. This is another good one that's a medium coverage, but you can build it up to a full. So if you have days that, or your skin's not always the same, like some days it looks really good, some days it doesn't, having a buildable foundation is a really good option to have. Full coverage. I really like the STILA Stay All Day. I do not have a bottle of it. It's really good though. It also comes with a concealer on the top of it. So you're kind of getting 2 in 1. What I use, this is the Clinique Redness solution. So I get a lot of red, like especially on the nose, the cheeks, a little bit on the forehead, and I have to use this every day to get rid of the red because it's like, hello, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have that Irish complexion. So I usually use this just on my nose, but since it's so full, it doesn't look so good on the rest of the face, so then I use one of my other medium coverage to put it on. So these are actually what I have on right now. But yeah, moving on still. So another good full coverage one, if you're looking for more of like the natural take, is Tarte the Amazonian Clay 12-hour wear. It is made with Amazonian clay. It does not make it clay or cakey at all, but it is an all-natural, cruelty-free brand that covers really well. Also, Make It Forever, the HD Invisible cover is really good. It's a full coverage. It gives a really nice dewy look without being too wet looking. Photographs really well. I don't have a bottle of that anymore. I wish I did. I'm probably going to repurchase it. Great foundation. Sorry if I'm seeming like I'm talking really fast. I'm trying to cover a lot. Okay, so the difference between a matte and a dewy finish. Oh, sorry, see, this is why I have notes, because I'm all over the place. So full coverage. If you have like a lot of blemishes, you have discoloration in the skin, full coverage, sorry, I am all over the place here. Full coverage is the best for you because the full coverage is actually going to cover it, and that's why I use like the Redness solution, just because it covers it. The Make It Forever, it covers blemishes, helps take away redness, any discoloration, any flaws you might have. Full coverage is really good. And like what I was saying earlier, the difference between a matte and a luminous finish, or like a dewy or natural glow. So usually people with oily skin like the matte because it won't make them look even more oily, and it has a matte finish, no shine. And then the dewy finish, especially people with dry skin tend to like it. More mature skin, it looks really well, and I prefer a little bit of a dewy look. And what it is it just is a little bit more wet looking, gives a really natural glow. If you have oily skin, I would say stay away from those. Oh boy, let's see, where am I at? The other thing about foundations is, most people say that, oh, foundations are bad, liquid foundations are bad because they look cakey, people have cake face, they look like Barbie, it's way too much. Technically what it is they're using the wrong foundation, or they're using it wrong. They're putting way too much on, or I've seen people with really dry skin use one that was a matte finish, and that made it look cakey. Like I said, some foundations are layerable, some aren't, and usually some people, like, here's an example. Somebody will take like a light foundation, just any light coverage foundation, but they want a full coverage, and they'll just keep putting it on and putting it on, putting it on, trying to get that coverage, and that will usually give you a cake face. If you put pretty much a lot of anything's gonna cake up. So finding the right foundation is gonna give you that natural look. You can still see your skin through it, rather, even if it's a medium coverage, you're still gonna see your skin through it, and it's not going to just be that gross cakey. You can go like this and it's gonna, yeah. No, nobody wants a face like that. But yeah, so knowing what you need, knowing what you want, how you want your face to look is really gonna help you decide if you want more light, medium, or full coverage, rather a matte finish or a satin finish. Gosh, I'm talking so fast here. Yeah, so knowing a little bit about it, you don't have to go in knowing a particular brand, going, oh, I want this specifically, but at least if you know a little bit more about foundation and what the different kinds are, you can go in there and walk out with the product you actually need and want. let's see. Oh, another complaint about foundations is, you know, throughout the day it starts looking splotchy, or I have streaks, or it doesn't stay on. Primer's gonna help with that. Put a primer on before the foundation, and that's gonna help it last throughout the day. The other thing that you absolutely must do, and this is actually a question that got asked me, how do I make my foundation not crease? You have to set it. You don't have to use a colored powder. You can use the translucent powder. I actually like the NYX. This is the HD Studio. It's kind of the dupe for the Make It Forever one. Make It Forever has an amazing one. These are translucent powders. No color whatsoever. And so you put on your foundation, let it sit for a couple seconds, and then lightly dust this over, big fluffy brush, and that's going to set it so it isn't continuously moving around throughout the day. And I mean, everybody pretty much makes one. The Balm has one, Sexy Mama, Bare Minerals has their Mineral Veil. Tarte, if you're looking for the natural one, Tarte has one. I don't remember exactly the name. Pretty much every brand has their own translucent powder, but you must set it. That way it stays throughout the day. And if you're worried about, you know, I want to keep the dewy look, but I don't want to use a translucent powder that's going to make it look matte. Like Urban Decay, they have a translucent powder that's more for oily skin. It's just like, you don't want to put a lot on. You do not need a lot to set it. It's just a quick light dusting and it's set for the day. It's going to keep it from creasing. Same with concealer. You're going to have to set it. Doesn't matter what technology it says, creaseless or what, you're still going to have to set it. Oh boy, I think I covered everything. Like I said, I'm going to list everything. I hope I don't forget anything. So I hope this helps you out so you can walk into a store feeling a little bit more confident. That way you don't have to be interrogated with a bunch of questions. You could actually say, I'm looking for a medium coverage foundation. Like I said, you do not have to know what particular brand, you don't have to know a particular product, as long as you know, though, what kind of coverage you want. That's the biggest thing. And if you know that, you pretty much are set to walk in and start looking at foundations. Take the drama out of it. So I hope this helps. If you like it, please subscribe, and anything else that you might want to see, put in the suggestion box, and I will see you in my next video.